It's Hyatt again, and he's going to take it. Touchdown, Tennessee.
In the third round of the 2023 NFL Draft, the New York Giants made a trade. They traded their 86th pick and their 128th pick overall and selected in the 73rd pick wide receiver from Tennessee, Jalin Hyatt. The New York Giants generate the fewest explosive plays in the NFL in 2022. This is exactly why they selected him in the third round. And he was the most explosive receiver in college football last year, and even took home the award as college's football's best wide receiver. There's more projection when it comes to Hyatt than any wide receiver in this class, thanks to his transition from Josh Heupel's college offense. The track record of wide receivers translating from the Art Briles-based system to the NFL isn't great, so there's certainly some risk in his profile. There is a real opportunity to even share some of the time with Isaiah Hodgins, Darius Slayton, Paris Campbell. Darren Waller will command middle of the field targets, as you know, the Giants signed him. But if Daniel Jones just needs a wide receiver who can win consistently on the vertical plane to increase his downfield throw percentage, then Hyatt is the guy, because Hyatt, he's explosive off the ball. Hyatt burst onto the scene during the 2022 season in Tennessee after not making much of an impression. However, that changed. He won the 2022 Biletnikoff Award as the best wide receiver in college football by raking up 67 receptions, 1,267 yards, and 15 touchdowns with an 18.9 yards averaging per reception. If you just threw on Hyatt's game film against Alabama, a program which with 5 stars and arguably the best defensive mind in the NCAA, you probably think he should be a top 10 pick overall in the 23 NFL Draft. He raked up 5 touchdowns in that game. Now, I saw this game. He was awesome. However, deeper dive into his film and projections at the NFL level has people worried, to say the least. First of all, his production came almost exclusively in 2022. Prior to his breakout season, he only had 19 receptions, 502 receiving yards, and 4 touchdowns. Some say they think the one-year wonder aspect matters as much as the difficulty in projecting his game to the next levels. That's an issue. The projection is made difficult by the fact that he played in a college system that allowed him to get a free release on most of his snaps. Hyatt faced press coverage on just double-digit snaps in his entire collegiate career. Some of Hyatt's strengths. He's viewed by some as a one-trick pony, but that one trick is one of the most important to have. Vertical speed and the ability to win vertically. Hyatt gets from 0 to 60 in a blink and chews up ground on the vertical plane. Number 2, ball tracking on the vertical plane is also exceptional for Hyatt. He has a natural knack and feel for where the ball is going to be on deep passes. Better natural hands than you'd expect for someone with his profile. He plucks away from his frame down the field. Wins easily and often on the deep crossers on the horizontal plane with pure speed. Fluid athlete makes things look very easy. Now, there are some weaknesses to his game. His size and frames are concerned. The height isn't an issue, but his 176 pounds puts him in the 5th percentile among wide receivers. It means that he has to put some muscle on, some weight. Physicality is not part of his game. He can get knocked off routes at the catch point in the middle of routes, and most notably after first contact in the open field after the catch. So he's going to have to learn some things in training camp and as we go along. Alarming lack of creativity after the catch for a smaller receiver. You rarely see him plant his foot and create a forced missed tackle after making the catch. It's almost always just plant and get vertical. Incredibly limited route tree playing in that Tennessee offense system. Deep overs and vertical routes are just about the only routes we can safely project he'll be able to run. Can he beat press man coverage? He faced so few snaps of press man at the collegiate level and was also hidden behind stack releases to get a free release. If he can win with speed releases off the line of scrimmage against NFL corners, he'll be able to play outside. Otherwise, Hyatt feels like a slot-only receiver. But the Giants could use another option here because they're great on the ground, but not a lot of options downfield. For someone whose calling card is their vertical leap, a 4.4 40-yard dash was not nearly as fast as hoped for. Having said that, he does look faster than 4.4 on game film. Hands catching was an issue for him, but it's worth knowing that he has 20 percentile hand size. Not the smoothest receiver getting in and out of his breaks. Will he win on dig routes? We'll have to find out. Curl and stick routes, we'll have to see. That remains an open question mark and pure projection. The NFL comparison that people were saying for Hyatt is a player he compares most to from an athletic profile standpoint, and that's former Seahawks wide receiver Paul Richardson. Both players won on the vertical plane at the collegiate level, and both players have similar concerns from a route diversity standpoint, post-catch creativity, and physicality standpoint. He has a bit more juice in the vertical game than Richardson, but he's less smooth in and out of his breaks than Richardson was prior to the injuries. Now, the Giants were able to do three things with their picks, their first three picks. One, they brought in a cornerback, which they needed. Two, they beefed up the offensive line with a center. And now they brought in Jalin Hyatt, who has got a big profile from last season with the Tennessee Volunteers. And so he was able to get into the third round as a wide receiver. So you let me know what you think about this video. Please subscribe to the Football Hut. Thank you, and I'll see you later.